When you breathe, when you take those nice big breaths, not only are you helping to oxygenate your blood, not only are you lowering your heart rate, lowering your blood pressure, helping manage your stress, helping control depression and anxiety, but with each one of those breaths, you're actually mobilizing every cell in your body. So patients often ask me about breathing. And oftentimes they'll ask, well, you know, in my yoga class or my Pilates class, they talk a lot about breathing. And, you know, really we could make a video blog about breathing that could be several hours long because there's more and more research about breathing in terms of helping to manage stress, helping to balance your hormones and the chemicals in your brain, helping you to deal with pain, helping you to focus, helping you to sleep, helping depression and anxiety and so on. But there's one other aspect of breathing that I think is interesting to talk about, and that is what happens in your body when you breathe. So at a very basic level, we all know we take a breath in, air comes into our body, goes to the lungs, something happens there, we let the air out, and the process repeats. And we could go into how that works in a lot of detail, and that would likely help you with your insomnia and put you to sleep rather quickly. But rather than that, there's actually something else that takes place when you breathe that's quite important. You see, when you breathe, all the tissues in your body move to some extent. And you say, well, that's kind of interesting, but we see this motion on imaging. When you have a CAT scan or an MRI, or even sometimes an X-ray, they'll ask you to hold your breath. Now, obviously, if we're working right around the lungs, it's more obvious, but we do see this motion in other parts of the body at times. And so, especially when we train our hands, we can feel this motion in the body, that the body's tissues move and respond to respiration. So you say, well, what does that mean? How is that relevant to me? Well, because you see that everything in the body's connected. So when we talk about osteopathic medicine, we say the body's a unit. And that means many different things, but one of the things that it talks about is that everything in the body is connected. All of the tissue planes, all of the connective tissues, your muscles, your bones, everything's connected. Nothing can really be viewed in isolation. So what happens when you breathe is not only is your chest going up and down and the air going in and out, all of the tissues of your body are actually responding to that breath. And so what happens is when you breathe, you're actually causing motion throughout your entire body. In fact, one of the things I sometimes look for in patients, in particular complicated patients who've maybe been to many practitioners and haven't gotten the results they were seeking, is I often look for are the tissues responding to breathing. Because when the tissues can't respond to that very basic motion of breathing, that's an area where I know we have some significant problems. And that's usually a good place to start. And so when you breathe, when you take those nice big breaths, not only are you helping to oxygenate your blood, not only are you lowering your heart rate, lowering your blood pressure, helping manage your stress, helping control depression and anxiety, but with each one of those breaths, you're actually mobilizing every cell in your body. And so when you breathe, it really is motion. And it really is motion throughout your entire body. Because remember, when the tissues become stuck and rigid and not moving, that's oftentimes when we get pain. And so breathing is one of the simplest ways in order for you to increase your motion in your body. And so what I encourage my patients to do is to practice deep breathing. There's a wide variety of deep breathing exercises that are available on the internet. Eventually I'll be producing some. But not only does it help control stress and all of the other great benefits, but it also provides motion for your entire body.